Here we are. Okay. Anybody's watching? Nobody's watching. Good evening. Hello. I'm going to wait till somebody shows up. We are live and on the air. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Who was that? Who was that? He was a very famous reporter. I know nobody's listening, but those who watch the thing later on.
Oh, you shouldn't get no up on there.
Oh, yeah. But we're on.
Display. Live stream. Now. On. Ta-da! And then.
Ah! 2 people. Good evening. And you're one of them, right, Steffi? No. 2 people. Good evening. Glad you could join me. Hmm? I'm glad you could join me. Thank you. Well, I said good evening and one ran off. Yay. Happy to have the other one, though.
Oops.
You chased one out of there, woman.
No, I voted wrong.
You voted wrong.
I wrote it wrong. I put small N, capital rest of it.
Ah.
Now, stream it.
Ah. Good evening, Roberta. And how are you this wonderful... Oh, I got 3 people watching now. Yay!
Hi, Roberta.
Steffi says hello.
I think you're awesome.
And she thinks you're awesome. So, okay. Good. I do too. What's this I hear from the weather report? Snow this weekend for you guys. Hi, Steffi. I think our forecast says sunshine. And more sunshine. And nothing falling out of the sky. Darn. Eight inches of snow this weekend. Not Phyliss here. Okay, that's Steffi. Steffi speaking. Okay. Yeah. This is my... Is that... Let's see. April 1st.
Huh?
Yeah, April 1, Saturday. April Fool, you're going to get snow.
Yay, it's going to be cotton wool.
Good for you guys. I hope you enjoy yourself.
I hope you get buried.
I like your suggestion about breaking the ice. I thought that was pretty good.
You mean like going out to a lake after it snowed to beat it? The ice.
I have to put up with the Brit. No. You remember our 30 April Fool's Day storm yesterday? Yes, I quite recall that. Woke up in the morning and there's this, oh my God. Tons of it all over the place.
Was it real?
Yeah.
Because it was April Fool's Day, so was it real snow?
Yes, it was. Oh, I'm not going to forget that one.
I like the one we had 2 years ago. That was awesome. Needed more.
Yeah, Dingleberry back there. When I left 2 years ago, I had 8 feet in my driveway. She wanted more. Strange person.
Yay.
I don't understand. I never will understand. I don't get it. Anyway, breaking the ice. I like that topic. That was good. That's appropriate. And I suppose I had to lead it off. Oh yeah. I went down to, well, you know where the Fox Red Mall is.
Hang on, we've been there.
And at the time, there was a Lane Bryant store. And I stood outside that store. I the other side of the hallway. I didn't want to stand right by the doorway and attract too much attention, but loitering on the other side of the hallway, or the people passage, or whatever you want to call it, for 15, 20 minutes, I was probably drawing attention to myself. Oh, I, er, and the woman there kind of, you're looking for a fitting, aren't you? Yes. I suppose I wasn't the first one, but oh, that first time. Yeah. But I'd heard it from another side I happened to be on. I'd heard that Lane Bryant was pretty accepting and understood, and they were okay with it. So I hadn't called ahead, if you would.
We decided to stick a card into acetone earlier, and the chip and pin thingy came off. You know that thing.
Yeah, if
And we had
anybody,
a look, and there is a chip behind it. Yay!
yeah, in case anybody's wondering, that new chip card.
Now this is not in focus.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on, if I get that, you can see that little black thing? Even though it's out of focus. It's from the back of one of.
Stop wiggling. Stop. Let go.
Yeah, I'm not. You're not so shaky.
Okay. In the back, the chip on the chip and pin card. If you end up taking it apart, the back of it, that's a printed circuit. And that little black part there, that's an actual, that is the chip for your chip and pin.
Most of our chip and pins in the UK we scrapped because we had chip and pin like 30 years ago. Right, so some of our banks, HSBC, one of them, I had to give my fingerprint, and that will be what I use in the UK for most ATM machines to get me money out.
My microphone level is very low. Okay, I will check that. That better? That's the best I can get right now.
Did you turn it up?
I turned it up. My mic level is. What are you gonna do? You're putting letters down.
Yeah, it's the start of the letters.
Oh, you changed colors?
No, because it's still doing the rest of it.
Oh, okay.
I knew it went in and do in.
I had to turn my volume way up. My speaker's weaker than before. I'm weaker than before? Okay. Hang on. All right.
I turned it off.
There. Okay, is that better?
Nope, it's quiet. Give it here.
That better. There you go. I got a little bit. How's that?
Still quiet.
Hang on. We're getting there.
Try now.
Okay, is that better?
Nope.
Let me.
No.
Okay. Yes, a little better. Okay. Uh,
That won't do it. That's earphones. That cause.
nobody else is listening. I don't know.
This might work.
She's trying a few other things. We're getting there. I'm going to learn how to do this yet. And we're learning. Webcam software. Do.
Trying to get it. Ah, there we go.
That seems to be better.
I don't know yet.
Okay. I'm asking Roberta.
How about now?
All right.
No, still quiet.
I don't know what's going on exactly,
I'll
but
just carry on the video and then just have to turn the speakers up.
speakers up. Check the microphone boost box. Do. Settings.
We're using Wirecast, not the OBS.
I'm using a program called Wirecast. And connection. Record. I like Steffi's look of confusion. Yeah. All right, I get that part. Add microphone. There, is that better?
You can tell by the blue line going up and down, or green line.
Yeah, it's green. Okay, I'll sit closer and talk louder. Does that work better if I talk a little louder tonight? We're going to figure this out some more. I'm trying, doing what I can. Steffi look of pure confusion. Yeah, I've seen that. I hear you okay. All right, that's it. Whatever we did, I guess I got it right. If you can hear me, you're my age, everybody else can hear, then we're good. Anybody else out there? Oh, there we go. What are the topics for tonight? The other 3 people that are watching, 4 people. Your first time for a fitting. How did you get around the ice breaking, and how did it feel? Other than frightened, silly, scared, how did it go? What did you do to break the ice? Put it in the comments, and we can talk about it. That's the topic for the main topic for tonight, but it's open to anything, anybody. So that's how I kind of try to run this. I really don't know what I'm doing.
We know.
In case nobody's figured that out yet. But we're going to what we can. I've noted that in the analytics, I'm getting people from Australia, Europe, UK, Ireland, Spain, South America, onesie twosies, but I'm thinking that they're probably falling in by accident. Company in Concord told me, okay, walked right into Zoe and Company in Concord, told me I needed a fitting, no fear. Perfect idea. You know, I never got to Zoe and Company in Concord. The one place I never made it to. I don't know why, but it never quite got there. And Concord, for me, where I lived there in Rochester, wasn't really that far, 40, 45 mile most.
And you had your friend who owned a lingerie shop.
Yeah, that was a good lucky thing. I had a lingerie shop opened up in downtown Portsmouth. Fortunate me, I happened to be going down that street. I knew where one was, and I picked this particular day to walk over there, just kind of walk around out front. Well, the door was wide open. It was a nice summer's day, so I figured, just pop in. Well, the woman had just had bought the other place out and reopened under a new name. It was just setting up. Dee Dee, good evening. So I made a friend with her from the first when she opened up, and Irene is a good person and became a very good friend of mine. And oh yeah, I spent a fair amount of money in there. Got to a point where visiting off and whatnot else a couple times, and this is funny. She would have to go off for an hour or two. Watch the shop, Phyllis. Okay. We should just basically stand there and answer the phone, and if anybody came in, tell them the owner would be right back. All right. Well, one day she said to me, "Hey, I have to go off all day. I'm going to need you to open the store in the morning and close it up at the night. I'll be gone all day." Okay, I said. And so, yeah, the next morning I saw to it that I got there proper early, opened up the store, stayed there all day, had one or two customers come in looking, but that's kind of how her business was. It's a small store, and I had made a couple of sales, so it was okay. But during some of the lull in business, I got to looking around and I said, "Oh my God, I am right now living a cross-dresser's wet dream." You think about that. How many have said that I think there was somebody just in the last day or two made a comment in a post, "Oh, how I dreamed of working in a store like that." And I'm thinking, oh my God, there was a time I would have been put in that position. And let's put it this way, to put it politely, there'd have been enough stretching where I'd not been able to close my eyes. You get what I mean? It'd be like, for 8 hours. And I'm looking at myself saying, "Hey, I got dusting to do, inventory to check, things to do. I'm busy." I didn't have time to actually think about where I was. It's a job like anything else. But I got to sit back for a few moments and think about that. Holy cow. Here I'm living a dream I always had, and it's boring. Like, oh hum. 5 o'clock going to get here soon enough? I can't explain how it made me feel. It was just really interesting. Dee Dee, tell us about your first. The topic tonight is, how did you break the ice for your first fitting? Can you elucidate for us? Mention something? And let us know. Or anybody else that happens to be watching. Jump in and say something. Tell us how it went for you. You still didn't get a fitting without an expert there to help you. No, I didn't. And here's the thing. There's a measuring and then there's a fitting. Two separate things. You go into some of these stores and you get measured. She'll put a tape around you. Yeah, you're a size this. Go get your handful, try them on. That's a measuring. A fitting is, you're this size, cup size, go get them. She'll stand there in the dressing room with you, hook you up, adjust your straps, make sure everything is proper where it belongs. That's a fitting, not a measuring. There is a substantial difference between fitting and measuring. Early in my career, if you want to call it, I had the opportunity to go into Victoria's Secrets. I was able to enter the temple. And then, Lord in heaven, Jesus, thank you much. I got to go into the sanctum sanctorum, the fitting room in Victoria's Secret. Oh my God, I am going to. I just died with heaven. Look around. Oh my God, I'm going in. You talk about a letdown after the fact bore. It looked like any other dressing room. It looked like any other dressing room. Sort of a rose color. No flowers, no decorations, no girliness. Just a rose-colored walls, a bench, a mirror, and a hook for your clothes. What a letdown. What an absolute letdown. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't expecting boredom. It was amazing. Everybody thinks, oh my God, Victoria's Secret, this fitting room at, oh, it's great, it's going to be wonderful. Well, nothing special. Victoria's Secret's got a good marketing scam going on. I bought one or two bras from them, and I was never really highly impressed with them. But they've got a great name for themselves, and okay, fine. But the girl gave me a measuring. She put the tape around me, says, "Look in this pile here," and that was pretty much it. So I I didn't get a whole lot of not that I didn't get good vibes. It didn't really excite me a whole lot. It was okay. And oh, we got 6 of us here now. Yay, yay! I appreciate that. Oh, if you're watching, it'll be Gene. You know what the first 2 initials mean. I noted on my email that I got it. You subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. You know who you are, Gene. And somebody, I don't think they're a member of the board, or a member of the site. They probably floating around, found my videos, and subscribed for whatever reason or other. But I'll take anybody that shows up. Just know that if you're looking for something porny, it ain't gonna happen. 7. All right. I'm good with this. 7 people. Yay. What else? Oh, I was speaking last night. Little things that mark our progress, clothing styles, adventures in self-confidence, seeing myself in the mirror. Who had looked in the mirror and finally noted their own true self? Not some bloke in a dress looking back at you, but the woman you want to be, the girl you want to be, looking back at you. Yeah, trying to sort my leg out. I get spasmodic stuff with them at times, like now ligaments tighten up. Oh, that's Steffi, not me. She gets spasms and muscle cramps in her leg. So that's why she's tweaking around back there.
I had to walk out of church the other day, didn't I, because of that?
Yes. We went to Sunday services and sitting while Reverend was going on and on and on and on. It wasn't a hellfire and brimstone, but she was droning well. Steffi had to leave because sitting still with a spasm like that was just getting to be too much for her. That this happens. Yeah, if you have any to say about your first time? How did you break the ice? Let us know or put it on the website. How did you go about breaking the ice?
I remember the first time I had a smoke.
She remembered the first time she had a smoke.
That was a cereal box rolled up, set fire to one end, and breathed it in on the other end. I was about 9.
She rolled her own at 9 years old.
Yeah, a cereal box.
Ligermans? Yeah, okay. She spelled well.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Halfway,
Dyslexic, but an awesome designer.
halfway through the broadcast, almost, and I've gotten a few comments, but I want some more. We can do better than this. We can do better. But other people got to have input too. Don't let Roberta do all the work and Dee Dee. Don't be afraid of saying something. Nobody's going to bite your head off. Go ahead. I double dog dare you to type something in the comment box. That's the best I could do for Southern Grit today. Southern Grit talk.
Southern Grit?
Yeah, it's an in joke among Americans.
Try and do Southern Brit talk then.
You do it well.
Now, proper Southern Brit talk, a bit like that, ain't it?
Okay. The only thing I can do for Brit talk, I know she'll whack me, is chitty old boy.
Oh,
Pip pip.
Yeah.
Have a spot of tea.
That's like the French moo cow.
Oh, she just reminded me. When we went to France, went through some dairy areas, and it dawned on me. French cow won't say, moo. It's le moo. Which gave rise to my thought, well, what does a British cow sound like?
Oh, fuck off.
I say, old chap, moo. Pip pip. But I thought that was, and the chickens, le cluck cluck.
How about a New Yorker cow?
Yo, moo.
What the fuck you looking at? Moo.
Yeah. You talking to me, moo? Yeah, we just have fun. And for dinner tonight, stuffed pork chops with some excess, with some stuffing on the side and some mixed veg. Yum. And gravy all over it.
Proper gravy.
Yeah, and she calls it proper gravy. The gravy.
Your gravy's like diarrhea. It's like brown slushy water.
The gravy we have here in the States, mostly made by McCormick in the envelope. A cup of water, you bring a cup of water to boil and throw in the envelope of stuff and stir it. And when it comes back up to a boil, it's done. That's thin by comparison to a product that they have in the UK called Bisto, Bisto. You get a chicken, there's a plain gravy, there's a beef flavor, a chip shop curry sauce flavor,
onion,
and there's an onion flavor. What you do is you're boiling the water, or you put some crystals. It comes a little freeze dried or pellets, look like rabbit food. And you put them in a jug, bunch of them. You pour some boiling water, stir it. Done. And it's a nice thick gravy. Not quite like molasses thick, but is
You can make it as thin as you want.
You could make it thin by adding some more gravy granules, but I like that. I've gotten to liking it. So McCormick gravy, envelope gravy. No,
Imagine OXO, but a little bit thicker.
They don't know what OXO is.
They don't?
No.
Oh.
OXO is what we call bouillon cubes.
You don't have nothing over here, though.
We have plenty. We have McDonald's. We feed the world.
We got McDonald's. We got Subway. We got Burger King. We got all that rubbish.
We invented that for you.
Uh-huh. But
right?
we got what? You go into a Walmart, a super center Walmart, and you got like 20% food, the rest everything else. A UK Walmart, the same size, and yeah, we have Walmart, will be 99% food.
Which I find is interesting.
The same size as your Walmart, but it's completely filled up with food.
A lot of the...
And George clothing junk.
A lot of the department stores, discount house department stores, the food section is much bigger than the general random stuff. Wally World here in the States, general random stuff, electronics, luggage, plastic bins, kitchen appliances, clothing, and all that stuff take up about 90% of the store, and 10% over the corner is your food aisle. In the UK, it's the other way around.
But you go to France, and it's like, what the hell, this much food really exists?
Yeah, and the French grocery stores are even bigger.
You can pick up a rabbit in a normal grocery store with no skin. Oh, it looked gross. It still had its eyeballs.
Yeah, skinned rabbit for sale in the meat department. Okay.
Right, I gotta change.
I found that a bit disconcerting. Move the table back.
Have I got to change it? Yeah, I have.
Move the table back to give you.
Hang on.
You won't. You'll just be stubborn.
I was trying to find. Oh, there we go.
Are you sure that's not going to have a...
Like printer ink, but plastic for 3D printers. I better change it.
Okay. I'll hold that for you.
Don't need to.
All right.
And I flip that one off. That one
Flip it off?
Yeah.
She just flipped something off.
Like
I don't want to even go there.
Like I do a lot of drivers, because that's just the way we are.
An international salute. Yes, there's only one of her, she says. There's only... Well, I'm not going to use that finger.
In the UK, there's lots of me. Get in the owl.
Changing the filament and the printer on the fly.
Yeah. Not wrong with that? Come on. There we go, it's in the owl.
In the owl.
Yeah. That's what they always say.
Alright, I'm wondering, is that coloring coming out?
Evil made an evil minion.
Remember the movie Minions? She made her own evil minion 3D printed. I just had a long post wiped out. Uh-oh.
Break it up into small pieces.
I don't know what happened, Dee. I didn't touch it.
I done a long post the other day.
No.
No, it wouldn't post.
There might be a physical limit.
Might be.
And I don't know how to find out what the limit is. On the site or here. I think on here DD was going to be speaking of. You might, I hope you copy pasted it from someplace.
It is coming out.
That would be an idea. on your Word program, write it out, and then copy paste bits at a time. This way, if it goes away, you still have the original. That's a thought.
Might take a while, yeah. It's going down.
It's going in there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, it's got to change colors and push out
Yeah.
the blue into the orange, because that's a lighter shade. If you start with the orange to go to...
yeah.
If you started with the orange, go to...
Phyliss wanted a rose, and I didn't like picking them out of the ground and, when they die, so I printed her one.
Yeah. Printed a plastic printed rose, which I thought was pretty cool. The day I feel like George Burns say good night, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Those of you who are of my age can remember George Burns and Gracie Allen. I've got one my own. There is a limit.
Yeah,
Found it out the first night. Okay. First time fitting at Valley Haynes in Virginia. Walked in, spur of the moment, got measured and fitting, bought 4 bras, talked for about half an hour about cross stretches. Her brother was deep into it. Bingo! So, it wasn't like you were the first one she'd ever met. Got it.
But you go into a lot of these places and all they want is your money, because it's no different than anywhere else, and they'll write your name on the board, you go in, try whatever, they help you. They're all nice and polite and that, and your money don't stink, so...
Steffi just hit the nail on the head. You can always tell an accepting store. I mean, they have a little sign out front. They do. Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express.
We got one shop in the UK. It's a giant department store what does clothes and a little bit of food, but not a lot. It's called Marks and Spencer's. If you go in there and you accidentally slip it out, oh, I'm a transgender, oh, I'm cross-dresser, it's like you got the job. That's what it's more or less like. If they like to make a big name for themselves, and if you're one or the other, or both, or whatever, you got something like 70% chance of getting the job, extra on top of other people. And a few of my mates I've told to go in there and mention what you are, and they all got the job.
Yeah, Marks and Spencer's are very accepting, very...
And they're expected to wear the uniform of the other sex. That's the key.
They're quite accepting and forward thinking. So good on Marks and Spencer.
So if you went in there and said, oh, I wear bras, they want you to wear the rest of it while working.
Thanks for turning off the beep sound. What beep sound? I didn't hear the beep, but okay. Whatever I touched to turn off the beep sound, good. I don't know what I did. I didn't do it. I did.
See if I can turn that bloody thing off. I'll have a look.
Below where we typed in is a counter. Limit 200 spaces. This message is a little over 95. Okay. No beep here. All right. So that, I see it. Where it says say something that is 0 to 200. Okay. Let me try something here a minute.
I'm just having a look in YouTube, see if I can demolish it. Yeah, but...
All right. Where you type it in, just below that, there's a little happy face. Enjoy, please. There's some numbers there. It'll say 0 of 200. I just wrote in a couple letters, and now it's 20 of 200. So you can keep track of your comment characters. Okay. She's looking to find out if we can put in some more characters than that. The smiley face turns to a frown when you go. The smiley face turns to a frown when you go over 200. All right. Thank you, Dee Dee. I appreciate that. Finding out.
What's that mean?
Just below where it says "say something," that smiley face.
Oh.
If you go over 200 characters,
Yeah.
it turns to a frown.
Oh.
An unhappy face. Yes, it's coming out pink now, orange. The coloration letters. We're making up a little sign to put on our new printer that we're going to build. All right. Good. 5 watching tonight. I'm trying to keep count and let people know what we're doing. And it won't post here either when it's a frown. Ah, okay. At 6 minutes 20, at 28 minutes after, we had 7 viewers. Okay. Well, every little bit helps. Better than the first night when poor Dee Dee had to put up with me for a full hour. I appreciate your patience. I really do when you are patient like that. And she live stream. Okay, well.
I can't seem to be able to change that bloody thing.
Can't change the bloody thing. Just got interrupted with that. Enjoyed every moment of it. Thank you. I'm glad you did. Yeah.
I pushed the wrong button.
Ads are one of them sad facts of life. That's how I kind of pay for all it is.
I accidentally pushed it. I thought, what does this do? Shove.
I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow night or not. I got an appointment in town. I don't know what time I'll be back. So to get back, cook dinner, and get online might be a bit of a hurry up do. So I don't think I'm going to be on tomorrow night. Alrighty? But I'm going to try for Friday night. Give that a go. I like this time of year. It's still light at 7 o'clock.
Yay. I got a control room.
Dee Dee, you said now the video is out of sync with the audio. Oh, great. Am I sounding like one of those cheap Japanese chopsaki movies? Is it okay? I kill you. Yeah, that... I can't watch them at all. I'm so sorry that's happening right now. I don't know if the ad did that or not. All right, you might have to hit the refresh, Roberta. I don't know if that will help. I think it will. Give it a go. That was one of the things I used to enjoy when I was working. What ad? Oh, you didn't see it. Okay. When I was working in Portsmouth, I lived in Rochester, about a 25-mile ride one way from work to home. In the winter, yeah, sundown is like 4:15. So yeah, when I closed up the shop at 5, it's pitch dark. But after December 21, I'm looking. How soon can I turn off my lights on my way home? Or how long before I have to start turning on my lights when I'm on my way home? And then comes the day I can make it from leaving the shop at 5, get home by 5:30, thereabout. Okay, refreshing fixed it. Be home by 5:30, and I didn't have to turn on my lights. Yay! Spring is just around the corner. What a strange little things that you keep yourself busy with. All right, that fixed it. Okay.
Ours is, I wonder if we go to bed before it gets dark.
Yeah. In the UK, it doesn't get dark until what, 10:30, 11 o'clock?
The sun goes down probably, was it what they call last light in the UK where I lived is about midnight. First light was about 2:30.
Yeah, around midnight was last light. First light was about 2:30. Oh, that's in the summer.
First light was at 2:30. We had about 2.5 hours of what they call the proper darkness. And up in the top of Scotland, I watched the sun go down right at the very top, the Hebrides. Watched it go down at something like 1 in the morning and watched it came up at something like 1:45.
Was the shop on State Street? No, it wasn't on State Street. It was off. The shop was over there on Bridge Street. The only thing I used to know on State Street was at the far end down by the bridge, a place called the Frosted Glass. We won't go into what it. Yeah, that was a rather interesting little place. But that was way back when, back in the day. Yeah, I have the car I have now has what they call driving lights, which are on anyhow always. The car turns on, the lights go on. And it has one of those auto sensing, it's dark, the main headlights come on automatically, which my truck doesn't have. So it's kind of interesting when I am driving with my truck, it's getting dark, I have to actually turn the switch. Like back in the old days, the TV. I was the TV remote. Dad would say to me, go change the channel. So we had an automatic remote. I was it. Who was the remote turner when they were growing up? Who was the designated remote? You had all of 3, maybe 4 stations, and you were lucky at that. I actually had to turn them on as part of the startup procedure. Who was the remote the designated remote growing up would come with TV? Go change the channel. I was showing Steffi. So we were talking about the stuff we grew up with, and
Yeah, wooden blocks.
I did a little quick search on Howdy Doody and Buffalo Bob. Oh boy, did that bring back memories. And I showed her, or I told her, explained to her, where the term cowabunga come from. It isn't from Ninja Turtles, and it's not from Bart Simpson. Chief Thundercloud, or Thunderthud. He was the one who would use that statement, or that exclamation word, cowabunga. But watching some of the older clips with him in it, oh, did he wear that out in half an hour quick.
Yeah.
But that's where he come from. It was one of the little side things that the writer of the Chief's lines didn't want to have him say how. Every Indian at the time would say how. He wanted something a little more. So that's where it stems from. The next little bit of teaching information, bit of trivia for the night, where cowabunga comes from. Oh, yeah. Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, I know. You were another one of those, like every young man at the time, salivating over Annette and watching her bumps grow. Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
There was a show growing up called the Mickey Mouse Club. They had Mouseketeers, a bunch of kids.
Oh, that rubbish, yeah?
Well, at the time in the 50s, one of the Mouseketeers was named Annette, who went on to somewhat fame. Annette Funicello with a Frankie Avalon. Was that who it was? A lot of the Beach Blanket Bingo movies, and but she was the first one to start developing boobs. There were bumps in her sweater, and every young man across the country that watched Mickey Mouse was kind of drooling over her. Yes, drooling, and other things. But I'm not going to go into that because this is a nice site. But you know what else you did by drooling?
Nowadays that would be classed as wrong. Back then no one cared.
Was it drooling or dribbling? You know what I mean. Uh huh. Yeah, it was Frankie Avalon. Okay. Uh huh. I know. I know. God.
Now it's showing orange.
Yeah, it's showing orange
It's a
now.
little patchy, but
But it's gonna come through.
yeah, maybe.
If that kind of works, that idea, I was too young to do the other. Well, I understand, but if you could have, you would have. We all had ideas. Didn't know what exactly we were gonna do, but we all had ideas.
Oh, it's got another round of day yet.
Okay. Next one, if that doesn't work too well, make another one, same idea,
Yeah.
but make the letter stand up taller.
Oh, I think these ones stand up quite a while because it's got an hour to go.
Okay. Well, we'll try it out.
I found out we used to have 7-Eleven in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 7-Eleven in the UK?
Oh, I saw it the other day, the documentary. They're showing part of London. It's like, oh, I know that store.
If I could, it would have been Frankie. Oh, God.
That was in the early 70s.
Yeah, I used to be envious of Frankie around the beaches with all the beautiful women. Oh, yeah, yeah. Go to see them at the movie house in Technicolor. Uh-huh.
The earliest ring I used to remember, like what you might call Technicolor, would have been the raccoons. Yay! With bat and all that.
Five watching.
Yeah, this is a bit sad, yeah?
Okay.
I watched Care Bears about 3 years ago, and the time before that I watched it, I was about 10 years old, and I watched it for a laugh with me mates. And then I started reciting every single word as it was happening, and everyone was looking at me like, how the hell do you know that? And it's like, I don't know.
She knew all about Care Bears. No, she didn't have a life growing up.
Did I have a life? What?
Did not have a life. If you knew all about Care Bears.
Ah, no, I had a life, alright. Where I live, we have one street full of firefighters. One side of the street, and I live with the firefighters because my dad was a firefighter. He was a chief of Southampton area. On the other side, it was full of cops. So you can guess what we did when we was kids. You done something illegal, have a cop's kid. You burnt something, make sure you had a fireman's kid.
Yeah.
We got away with murder.
The hooligans had protection from their parents on either side. So, yeah, no, it wasn't a case of, for her growing up, oh, my daddy's a fireman and your daddy's a cop, we have to be good. No. They were the biggest bunch of hooligans you could have considered. But they always had one or the other to help bail them out of problems. Oh, yeah.
What got me though? You got the firemen and the coppers and all that lot, and a couple of us broke into a woodshed and nicked all this wood. I don't know if it's meant to be sold or what, but we broke in, kicked the door in, got all this wood, come back, look what we got, and our parents like, can you get any more? It's like, yeah.
I was a firefighter and a police dispatcher at the same time. Very good, Dee Dee.
Yay!
Very good for you. I have a nephew who's a reserve police officer in the town he lives, and his wife is a dispatcher, full-time dispatcher. Yep. But Poor Ricky. I had to laugh. In police academy training, loading his weapon class one day. I don't know how he did it, but it went off. Nobody got hit, but it ricocheted off the floor, the wall, the ceiling. It bounced around a couple times. And for the next 2 weeks of academy training, they gave him the Barney Fife routine. You have one bullet, officer. Put it in your shirt pocket. Carry an empty weapon. They gave him the Barney Fife routine for 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, that was kind of funny. But it's a case of you learn your lesson of how to handle the weapon properly. I was in the Navy, so yeah, we learned our abilities with weapons training and whatnot else. We didn't have to do a whole lot of ground pounding grunt work, but we did have to understand which end of the machine the bullet come out of, and how to put it there. So we did, but it was an enjoyable 20 years. And thank you, Dee Dee, for being the firefighter and the police dispatcher. And what do firefighters love most?
Barbecues.
Wet children, right?
Barbecues.
Well, yeah.
Y'all found that out? Barbecues is what they like best.
Yeah, when your day off.
Well, they have a big station do, and they all come around, and the person usually doing the barbecue is so drunk he doesn't even know he's there. And the rest of them are just getting drunk and dancing.
That's British firemen.
Sure
American firemen, we're much more professional.
Yeah, all right. Where does the New York fireman train?
That's another thing. A lot of the New York City firemen go to the UK for training.
Ah.
I would design those toys for the Navy. Ah! Thank you for doing that toy work. We know what kind of toys you were designing. Good for you. Not them kind of toys, Stephanie.
Oh.
Toys for the Navy, meaning weapons and guidance systems, that kind of stuff.
I ain't no fun.
You gotta be careful with everything I say around her. It's amazing. I guess it's good in a way. I have to use what little bit of gray matter I have left to be aware of everything I say. So I don't think I'm going to get Alzheimer's. She keeps my mind sharp. Not that I want it to be, it just happens that way.
Is that not good?
Yes, that's good. She keeps me on my toes, yes. It's amazing. I never was cut out to be a ballerina.
It wasn't.
I wasn't. Keep me on my toes. If I had to explain it, it's too much like effort. We had 5 overnight over this whole thing on average. So that was pretty good. I feel good about that. Is that a good thing? Got all the way up to 5 on a steady basis? It's a start. But then I'm keeping this small and a niche setup. I don't need this to go viral and the whole world watching me.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, the ad count would go up, the revenue would go crazy, but that's not where I want to be.
You want to hold $1.99 for the past 12 videos?
Yeah, but I don't talk about what I make over this. Yeah, $1.99. Woohoo! It's okay. A little bit extra helps, but it's not going to pay. It's not going to pay the wages at all. Anyhow, my hour is up. Peace out. Good day. Goodbye. Thank you ever so much for all your watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Thank you much. Over and out.